And what about the Royal Rumble? What are your expectations?
I don't have a clue in the women's match, honestly, other than maybe Ronda Rousey if she comes back, because that's the big
I've been told,
return.
I've read she's flying to St. Louis.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense to have her come back. It would make sense. She's got to be ready. You have her under contract still. They need her. It would make sense.
Nobody left. I mean, Becky's got nobody left on that roster.
No, and they had less than 20 names under contract, right? And that's not even that's 2/3 of the slots to fill on the match.
And they spoiled like half the surprises, like Lita's coming back. I'm like, what are we doing?
Well, I understand them doing that kind of too, because they feel like they might sell more views. I think
because it's in such a big place. That's what I'm thinking.
It's in such a big place. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's probably why they're doing Reigns Rollins, and Bobby Brock is a match that everybody's wanted to see for years
for a long time.
That should be a banger of a match, right, Cassidy? That's
gonna be and I hope they let Brock do like a different type of work rate than like he was when he was just Paul Heyman's like body slam or suplex city. Brock Lesnar can go. It sucks to see him like handcuffed and everybody be like, oh, I hate Brock Lesnar matches because all he does is the same three things. That's not Brock Lesnar's fault. No. That's the match producer's fault that puts these matches together and tells them what they have to do and what they want them to do, so it's not like they get to go call it in the ring. Brock Lesnar doesn't get to go call a match in the ring, unfortunately, unless he's working with somebody where they get to make that decision. You know what I mean? Like a Randy Orton gets to call his matches in the ring, or Edge probably gets to call his matches in the ring and stuff like that. But I expect that to be
match, you think?
I would hope like an AJ Styles or something like that, because you separate him from Omos and you need somebody kind of new, fresh and in there, and he doesn't really have anything going.
No, he really doesn't.
Program. So I would hope like that. I like AJ Styles, but that's another one that's kind of flat too. Like, what are you going to do there? I mean, I would like Big E to get a chance to get his to get a fair shot back too, because that's sucked.
They got to sell match. 2 nights, Cassidy in Dallas and Prairie World. I mean, they got to sell. They're literally doing what is it like? Buy one get one free now. They can't sell them. They just. It's a struggle.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the 2-night pay-per-view events myself. Wrestle Kingdom was struggle, but Royal Rumble though. But yeah, like I don't know. I'm not a big fan of the 2-night thing. I think you could get it done in one, but I get why they do it, because they like money.
Lau, go for it, man.
So a while back, there was a rumor that Kairi Sane's contract was going to be coming to an end.
It wasn't a rumor. Her contract was coming to an end. Like that was a thing. Yeah.
And I remember back when AEW was first starting, Kenny Omega said he wanted her. Is there any chance she does come back to America or comes to AEW? Have you heard anything about that?
Last I had heard, she was happy in Japan, and that's why she went back anyway, to be with her family, because she's married and has people over there. But I mean, once her contract's up, I mean, she can go anywhere. And if it's all about what she's, she probably was burnt out being in America, you know what I mean? And the work schedule for here is a little different for AEW than it is for working for WWE. You can come in and work one day a week basically, and then come. That's it. So I mean, it's a lot easier, a lot less strenuous travel schedule for people, but that is coming from out of the country. And you see like Pac and Pac like that affects him. I mean, he only comes in for a couple blocks and then he goes home for a while and then he comes back. So because that's a lot of travel, and it's expensive. So unless she moves or is over here for extended periods of time, like I don't see it being. I mean, because you see how they just rotate some of their Japanese people through that they have under contract originally too, and then they go back. So I don't know. I mean, nothing's impossible. I mean, it is definitely probably in the realm of a possibility, but you'd have to see if it's worth it for them to be able to afford to bring her in, however that she wants to do it. Like if she doesn't want to move, like can they afford to bring her in like regularly international travel? I don't know. I really don't know. It's all speculation on my end on that one. I haven't heard anything other than just what you guys have heard, that her contract is actually up and that she went back home to, be with family and ambassador role, which they took that pretty much away. And she wasn't happy with that because it was supposed to be NXT Japan was supposed to be there and she was supposed to start working with that too, right? And that's kind of fallen through. So I'm sure the WWE thing left a sour taste in her mouth. So, I mean, she might not be quick to run back, to another company. So,
happens to everybody who goes to WWE. You leave and it's like, oh, thank God.
Yeah, well, I mean, or there's people though that really like it too. Because some people resigned. Sami Zayn resigned, Kevin Owens resigned. So for some people though, I mean, they dig it, they like it, and it's the safe way to support your family. But for others, it's not.